Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at scary scams you must avoid. Wherever there's money, there's somebody trying to take it. Scams used to be hard to pull off, but now with the internet they're super easy, and some of these scams may even be fooling you. From fake app stores and mysterious cell phone charges to homeless women with dolls, these are scary scams you have to watch out for. Before we get started, click the link in the top right corner to subscribe to my new channel, The Crafty. Coming in at number 10, we have secret video. Have you ever got a Snapchat or Facebook message saying something like, "Wow, is that you in this video?" Or maybe saying something like, "Is this your secret video?" Well, if so, you may have clicked on the link because it's tempting to see if somebody actually has a secret video of you. Was it that video you recorded of yourself acting like Darth Vader? Or was somebody filming you when you were pretending to be a rock star with your hairbrush? The answer is probably no, and if they were, it's not going to be on the link. The link does two things when clicked. First, it installs a virus onto your phone, and secondly, it sends the same message to all of your contacts. This is why it works in a chain effect. It only takes one person with 100 contacts to spread it to millions of people in just a few hours. So even though it may be tempting, never click a link that claims to have a secret video of you. Next up is broken camera. This is one you see a lot if you go on vacation to European countries like Spain, France and Italy. But it is gradually creeping into the US, such as in LA and New York. Someone will ask you to take a photo of them and hand you their camera, which is usually a broken camera. They will then purposely drop the camera, smashing it. And guess who they'll blame it on? That's right, you. This is an insurance fraud, and they'll make you repay the cost of it as they'll have got their broken camera insured. This happens every day, so be wary when accepting to take somebody's picture, or you may find yourself down a few $100s. Next up is fake app store. This one is very scary for anyone who owns a smartphone, which is probably 99.999% of you guys watching. Sometimes on websites, ads will pop up asking you to download an app. It could be a game app, a news app, or something that says it's a real app like Facebook or Candy Crush, but really it isn't. This will then open up a fake app store in a full-screened web page, making it look like the real thing. Then once you input your email and password, the scammers will have access to your App Store or Google Play Store account. And if you have a bank account linked to your App Store account, they'll have that too. Thousands of tech-savvy people are tricked this way every day, and there's very few ways to spot a fake. But one thing you could look out for is little mistakes in English writing. This is because these scammers are usually Russian or Eastern European, so their English isn't always perfect. Next up is games. This is a really mean scam which is going viral right now. Pop-up ads will appear on your cell phone, and when clicked it will charge your phone a fee. Now that's bad enough, but it's not just one fee. These are usually ads for game companies which will give you mobile games for a monthly subscription. That's right, these companies usually charge you $2.50 a week for some games you don't even want. It says you can take stop to stop your subscription, but what they don't tell you is that there's a huge charge that comes with that too. There are scary ads like this even on legitimate websites, so please be careful and contact your service provider if this happens to you. Next up is forever subscriptions. This is another subscription-based scam. A product may advertise itself saying subscribe to get this teeth whitener or weight loss program for free. The product will be free, but when signing up for an account, there's a nasty surprise hidden in the huge list of terms and conditions. Buried in the fine print, they will say while the product is free, there's an additional charge of $70 to $100 a month. And this isn't just for a while, this is forever. Seeing as you've had to click the I agree, this means you legally agreed and can't get out of it. This means you're stuck paying a company hundreds of dollars a month when they said it was free. And not only that, you have to keep paying them forever. Really makes you wonder what companies are hiding in their fine print when we click that I agree box. Next up is fake baby. This is another travel scam popular in Spain, but it's now increasingly common in Mexico, which has spread to parts of the US like Texas and Arizona. A woman who seems homeless will be holding a baby, but really this baby will be a doll. They'll then throw this doll at you and you'll panic, catching it thinking it's a baby. While you're distracted or in shock, they'll then steal things from your bag like your cell phone or camera. Or even worse, you might drop your valuable items in order to catch the fake baby, and then they can easily run off with them. And then you won't chase after them as you believe you're carrying a baby. This is such a mean scam that the police are working on stopping, but it can get kind of awkward when sometimes you confront a homeless woman and call her baby fake when it's not, so this is tricky. Next up is room inspectors. This is another traveling scam which may be happening in your own town. If you're ever at a hotel and men in suits knock on your door saying they work for the hotel and need to inspect the standards of your room to check staff are doing their jobs, don't believe them. Many people believe these guys as they make badges and act very professionally. However, once they're inside, one works on distracting you with survey-like questions while the other robs you blind. The men then leave the room, and before you even had time to realize your laptop, camera, and money was stolen, the men have already left the building. This scam originated in Spain, but is quickly spreading to pretty much every city in the US and the rest of the world. Thousands of reports of these fraudsters are recorded every day, but it's almost always too late. If this ever happens to you, don't let them in, and call hotel security and the police. Next up is ransomware. This is a hack that affected hundreds of thousands of computers in early 2017. Ransomware, like the software WannaCry, locks you out of your computer files. You then have to pay around $200 in bitcoins in order to get them back. But not only do you have to do that, you have to do it within 48 hours, or your precious music, photos, and documents will be deleted forever. These viruses have been created in Russia, but are now becoming common in the UK and US as well. And the only way to stop these are by not downloading any dodgy files and trying to keep a backup of everything on your computer at all times. Some of the meaner ransomware softwares have even been known to delete people's files even after they've paid the scammers hundreds of dollars. Next up is Crazy Taxi. When you leave an airport, the first thing you want to do is get out and explore the destination you've landed in. So many people just jump in the first taxi they see waiting outside the airport. However, this can be a big mistake. Many scammers buy taxis and wait outside of hotels and airports. Then when you're loading your luggage into their taxi, they'll drive off before you can get in. They then steal anything you've put in their trunk, and it usually ends up on eBay a few days later. The fact that you may be in a foreign country and can't even ask for help in another language is something these scammers love. That's why it's best to get in first and let your driver store the luggage for you, or even put your luggage in the back of the taxi with you. But police advise that you book a taxi or use a service like Uber to prevent fake taxis at all. Next up is fake Wi-Fi. This is the scariest scam on this list, as it affects anyone using Wi-Fi outside. So you want to send an email or post an Instagram photo on the go. You'll need internet for that, so most people log into the nearest hotspot provided by somebody like Starbucks or McDonald's. But here's the thing, many of the Wi-Fi hotspots called things like Starbucks or McDonald's aren't actually done by the company. Instead, scammers and hackers used hacked Wi-Fi routers to gain access and see what you're doing while on their network. They can then gain information like your account passwords, private emails and files, and even your bank account details.
Bank account details.
This scam is very scary, and it's estimated that 40% of all bank frauds happen this way. Just be careful next time you see what you think is a handy Wi-Fi hotspot, as it could just be a scammer. Click the link in the top right corner to vote for the scariest scam. And guys, as I mentioned before, check out my new channel, The Crafty. There's amazing videos guys, so definitely subscribe. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.